I've just had a conversation with someone that is thinking about buying a commercial property for their business to operate out of. And they're going to do that within a SaaS pension wrapper. So what I'm about to tell you applies to both SaaS pensions and SIP pension wrappers as well. And it's an extremely common practice to operate a business from a building you own. It's called a connected tenancy or connected party. And it's absolutely fine. It's actually a very, very good idea. But because this guy was so excited about buying this building that his business was going to operate from, he completely overlooked this point. And I'd encourage you to consider this if you are in a similar position. Please reflect on the end game. Please reflect on the exit and think about your exit options for the building that you're buying. You see, in this particular circumstance, the building that this gentleman was thinking of buying and is still thinking of buying is very quirky indeed, because it really suits his business. His business is quite quirky and got quite odd operational requirements. But the thing is, if his business fails, so that's a downside scenario, or if his business grows to a point where he has to vacate that building and take on a bigger premises, again, potentially from his property management perspective, another downside scenario, he is left with a vacant building. So, before you buy, consider the lettings market for your particular property. Because if your business cannot operate from that building, you need to make sure that you can get a tenant in there fairly quickly. Or you need to consider the sales market for that type of building. Now, both of those questions can be answered to a certain extent. Yes, it is crystal ball gazing, but both of those questions can be answered to a certain extent by speaking with commercial surveyors operating in the area, and you can ask them whether the type of building you're thinking about getting in a particular location is likely to have a strong or weak occupier or buyer market, and they'll be able to do that by looking at past records. So they should be able to go back 15, 20 years, depending on whether they've got in-house data or whether they subscribe to channels like Prop Data or CoStar, and they can give you a fairly strong indication of the performance of that type of property. Past performance is no guarantee of future potential, etc., etc., but at least it should give you some sort of comfort about whether what you are buying is going to have a ready market or not. Because a vacant property is a financial hemorrhage, and I really, really want you to avoid that. Anyway, happy investing, and I hope your property journey is really profitable. Bye-bye.